Across the sun-scorched plains of Serengeti, golden grasses bow to ancient winds as shadows lengthen and thirsts deepen. In this unforgiving theater of existence, survival isn't granted. It's seized with claw and fang, written in footprints that fade with each passing storm. Two supreme hunters stalk these lands: the lion, muscled monarchy of brute force, and the cheetah, svelte sovereign of blinding speed. When territories overlap and hunger sharpens, nature reveals her most brutal truth. In the relentless pursuit of tomorrow, only the perfectly adapted survive. Welcome to wild Serengeti. Lions versus cheetahs in a deadly struggle for survival. The Serengeti, a vast theater of life and death that stretches across Tanzania and Kenya, where golden grasses bend to winds that have whispered the same stories for millennia. This is a realm where mercy has no meaning, where every calorie gained or lost can determine whether genes continue or vanish forever. Here, the midday sun bears down with merciless intensity, baking the earth and driving all but the most desperate into whatever shade can be found. Waterholes shrink to muddy depressions. Herds of wildebeest and zebra move in endless procession, following the promise of rain and fresh grass, creating living rivers across the savannah. But this paradise of plenty carries a price. The very abundance of prey has shaped an ecosystem of hunters, each evolved to extract life from the plains in their own specialized way. For predators, the Serengeti offers both opportunity and brutal competition. In this unforgiving theater, two cat species have perfected different solutions to the same deadly puzzle: how to transform speed and power into survival. Neither asked for this rivalry, yet neither can escape it. This is the savannah, where survival answers only one law: adapt or die. Pride, the perfect word for lions, describing both their social structure and the dignity they carry in every movement. A lion pride is more than family. It's a dynasty, a corporation, a military unit, all in one. At its core are the females, sisters and daughters, bound by blood and mutual interest, their collective wisdom passing through generations. Watch them now as they gather in the cool dawn. Six adult lionesses, their muscles rippling beneath tawny coats, communicate with subtle ear flicks and tail movements. They're speaking a silent language refined over thousands of years of cooperative hunting. The youngest female moves first, circling wide around a herd of Thompson's gazelles. Her sisters fan out with practiced precision, each taking a position that seems random but forms part of a living net. They've done this hundreds of times before. Each knows her role without instruction. What looks like laziness to the untrained eye, lions sleeping 20 hours a day, is actually energy conservation at its most refined. Every calorie saved is a calorie available when it matters most. In a land where hunger is the constant companion, the lions have learned that together they need never starve alone. Twilight paints the savannah in amber and shadow, the hour of the hunt. The lead lioness freezes, her attention locked on a zebra that has strayed from its herd. Her muscles coil like springs, storing energy for the explosive burst to come. The pride moves like a single organism with multiple bodies. Two lionesses circle behind, cutting off escape routes, while others press forward in a closing vise. They don't rush. Patience is their weapon as much as claws and teeth. The chase erupts in a thunder of hooves and growls. The zebra detects them too late. It bolts, but directly toward the hidden ambush. The largest lioness launches her 80-kilogram frame in a perfect arc, claws extended. She connects with shattering force, dragging the zebra down as her sisters converge. What seems brutal is pure strategy, a masterclass in synchronized warfare. Each pride member knows her role in the kill and the feast that follows. First, the dominant males will eat, then the females, and finally, the cubs. This hierarchy, harsh as it seems, ensures the survival of those who will defend the pride tomorrow. In the Serengeti, today's meal secures tomorrow's existence. A different silhouette appears on the horizon, leaner, more delicate, moving with a grace that makes even the lioness seem clumsy by comparison. The cheetah, nature's perfect sprinting machine. Everything about this cat speaks of speed. The elongated spine that flexes like a bow, the oversized heart and lungs that supercharge muscles with oxygen, the non-retractable claws that grip the earth like cleated shoes. Even the black tear marks under its eyes serve a purpose, absorbing glare as the cheetah fixes its gaze on prey that may be half a kilometer distant. A lone male cheetah scans the plain, his body tense with hunger. Unlike the lions, he hunts alone. There is no pride to share his burden or his bounty. The cheetah has sacrificed power for velocity, and this trade-off shapes every aspect of his existence. When he runs, he becomes something else entirely, a blur of spotted fur reaching speeds of 110 kilometers per hour. But this extraordinary gift comes at a cost. The energy required for such explosive acceleration cannot be sustained for more than 30 seconds. In the cheetah's world, the line between success and starvation can be measured in heartbeats. On the Serengeti, territories overlap like complex diagrams of power and survival. Inevitably, the paths of lion and cheetah converge, often over a freshly made kill. And in these moments, the true hierarchy of predators reveals itself. A cheetah feeds quickly on a young gazelle, his eyes constantly scanning for danger. The smell of blood carries far in the hot air. 3 lionesses appear on the horizon, drawn by the promise of an easy meal. The cheetah sees them and immediately calculates his odds. Staying means death, no matter how hungry he may be. As the lions approach with murderous intent, the cheetah reluctantly abandons his hard-won prize. It's not submission, but strategy. A confrontation would be suicide. The lions outweigh him 5-1. Instead, he slips away into the grass, conserving energy for another hunt, another day. The lionesses claim the abandoned kill without effort, reinforcing an ancient truth of the savannah. Speed may catch the prey, but power keeps it. This is not mere bullying, it's the harsh mathematics of survival. Lions need approximately 7 kilograms of meat per day, while a cheetah can survive on much less. In this unforgiving land, waste is death, and the lions enforce their dominance with lethal efficiency. The competition between predators extends beyond lion and cheetah. As darkness falls, new challengers emerge. Spotted hyenas, moving in a cackling clan toward the scent of the lion's earlier kill. The pride's males rise to their full height, manes darkened in the moonlight. Where the cheetah retreated, the lions stand their ground. These eternal adversaries, lion and hyena, have been locked in conflict since they first evolved on these plains. Despite the hyena's reputation, they are formidable hunters in their own right, with jaws that can crush bone and a complex social structure that mirrors the lion's own. What unfolds is not just a battle for food, but a demonstration of the lion's tactical superiority. They don't face the hyenas as individuals, but position themselves as a coordinated unit, protecting vulnerable cubs while presenting an unbreakable front to their challengers. A lioness circles behind the hyena clan, creating confusion and forcing them to divide their attention. This is where the pride structure proves its worth, not just in hunting, but in defense. The lions communicate with subtle signals, anticipating each other's movements with an almost telepathic awareness. When facing multiple threats, from hyenas to rival prides, it is this collective intelligence, not just raw power, that ensures the lions remain the savannah's undisputed rulers. Dawn breaks over the Serengeti once more. A lioness leads her cubs to water, teaching them to move with the silent grace that will one day make them successful hunters. The pride survives not just through strength, but through knowledge passed from generation to generation. The true genius of lions lies not in their physical prowess, impressive though it is, but in their adaptability. During droughts, they adjust their hunting patterns, targeting different prey. In times of plenty, they conserve energy and build reserves. When areas become depleted, the pride can split temporarily, reuniting when conditions improve. This flexibility extends to their interactions with rivals. Where food is abundant, lions may tolerate cheetahs hunting on the periphery of their territory. It's not compassion, but pragmatism. The energy required to drive off every competitor would outweigh the benefit. The lions have learned to pick their battles, to measure response against need. As the sun climbs higher, the pride settles into the shade of an acacia tree, conserving energy for the evening hunt. Their ancestors watched the same sun from the same plains thousands of years ago. In a world of constant change, the lions endure, their social bond proving time and again to be the most successful adaptation of all. Here in the Serengeti, where survival is never guaranteed, the lion remains nature's most perfect expression of power tempered by wisdom. As shadows lengthen across the savannah, these ancient rivals continue their dance of survival. The cheetah's solitary sprint and the lion's collective might, each perfect in its own evolutionary design. In this unforgiving Eden, strength and speed are merely different answers to the same primal question: how to endure when the odds favor no one. What would you choose if faced with nature's ultimatum, the solitary brilliance of the cheetah or the unified power of the pride? Join us in witnessing more of nature's most profound rivalries by subscribing to our Animal Attacks channel. Hit the notification bell and become part of our journey through Earth's wildest frontiers, where every story of survival reminds us of our own place in this delicate balance of life.